And with that, we're now at the top level in the game. Greetings and salutations, my name is Comic Fire, and welcome back for more Crystalis. In the last episode, we really covered a lot of stuff. Got a bunch of nice equips, we got a bunch of plot, and with this, we're just about done with the game. You can do all your grinding in the Goa Fortress, or the Dragonia Castle, after it's been defeated. The enemies are still there, and with the Warrior's Ring and the Sword of Thunder, it's really the best way to handle it. Now, we could walk all the way back to save the last, like, 20 MP for Sahara, but really, I don't think it's that big of a concern. Let's take a look at all we've got. Got a nice opal statue, a magic ring, some fruit of Rapunz, which I don't really think we need, so I'm gonna chuck one of the fruits. There's gonna be some cool items we're gonna be able to get in here anyway. I probably actually should have sold it, given that we're right there, but I don't think we're gonna really need the money that bad. I was about to say, is she not gonna let me through? That would be very rude of her. Ah! I didn't realize there were scorpions in here. I was about to say, combats now seems kind of pointless now that you don't get anything from it. We don't need the money, we don't need the experience. So really, if you want to leave yourself for level 15 for a little bit longer, I'd say go for it, but really, it's not all that in a bag of chips. I never sold this. Why did I never sell my old armor? Oh well, doesn't really matter anymore, does it? Cool, let's get the leather boots going so we can actually get in here. Eh. Actually, looks like we're gonna need flight. So this is going to be the final area in the game. Our adventure is coming to a close. With some really good final dungeon music to really enjoy it. Now, when I said that it wasn't going to get more complicated than Dragonia, or things could get more complicated than Dragonia Castle, it's really not. This dungeon is really easy to get through. I was gonna say if you know where to go, but why wouldn't I know where to go? Really, it's really not all that difficult to find yourself around. The big crux of this dungeon is that these doors are gonna take you around one big room, and that can confuse a first-time player, so I totally get it if you're lost at first, but the real trick is you really just want to go in the dead center of everything, because if you loop down here, we get a magic ring. So really, there's only, I think, one more, like, chest that gives an item left in the game, and it's another opal statue, which I think would be pretty neat to have, but that's not in this part of the dungeon. Okay. So what we're gonna want to do now is, since we're now just about done with this area, like I said, once you figure out the technique of it, it goes by pretty quick. So let's get the power ring going. Let's take the fight to Emperor Dragon. Hey, dude. How you doing? Uh-oh. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. He's already ripped through most of my HP. So the real trick is to just get the power ring going and spam the level 3 shot. And down he goes. Nice and easy. And now we have the Psycho armor. Oh dear. Hey Azteca, how you doing? But before we do that, Psycho armor on, and now we don't get a chance to show it off, but when you have the Psycho armor, and I don't know if you have to be sitting still for it to work, but you replenish a little bit of HP you recover like 1 bit of HP every little bit of time. Pretty neat. The shield covers all of our status ailments, which are really no longer something we have to worry about. And the armor keeps our HP up, so neat. Huh. And now we have the Bow of Truth. You know, like the 3 things that are sitting in the sky. The sun, the moon, and the truth. Cool. Actually, I was gonna say we could just warp back to Sahara and heal up, but we kind of need to use a magic ring anyway, since we're going to get another opal statue. Unless I just chuck another Fruit of Rapun. So I feel like we should keep that around just in case. Because there's going to be... that's the only status ailment you can't, like, get rid of. So, that sucks. Stay away from me. Alright, so if we sit still for just a little bit... See, there's our HP back. It actually comes back at a much faster rate than I figured it would. Which is handy. Because now it means we really don't have to waste too much juice and recover. Cool. Alright, let's pop a magic ring. So now we have room just in case things go poorly, and things ought to be good. This will be the last time I really need the map in this game, because it's all coming to a close, kids. And I really feel like the music just sets it up perfectly here. Ah! Okay, so here's what we're gonna need. So now the Statue of the Moon is destroyed. So that's gonna be one less thing to worry about. And the Bow of the Sun. You don't have to aim it any particular way, it's just an item you have to use. So that's the whole thing, you can't make it further into the temple without the Bow of the Sun and the Moon, so be sure to get them. Boy, something immune to thunder at this point is crazy. Oh hey look, we're a monster now. Oh, we're gonna die. I want to see if I can survive this without using a Fruit of Rapun. Of course, I'm also not sure if you can recover. Well, looks like we just had to sit and, or, like, I guess when you, like, go off screen. That definitely means we should, keep one of them around just for, just in case. There's going to be something coming up. Just a little something, something. I'd say let's just use Refresh. Yeah, not what I meant to do. I know the leather boots are really technically more useful, but you're moving faster if you don't use it anyway, so... Really, why would I bother using it? Oh no. Okay, so really the side exits are completely useless. They take you down to have more spiked wall paths. Well, really, it's mostly just you're falling down that hole, and then you're down a hole now, and there's nothing you can do about it. So you just have to go back up. Really, the trick to go, or the way to go, is just forward. Much like life in general. Get away from me. And that's the last chest in the game with one more opal statue. Neat. We'll just keep that, I was gonna say we'll keep it equipped, but we really don't need to. No, really, I suppose it couldn't hurt against the bosses coming up. God, I love just... This tune is just killer. Like, it's somber, and it really just feels like this is the end. Like, after all of it, we finally reached the final place in the world, and... I don't know. Maybe it's hitting me harder just because it's the end of an LP. Should have talked about having a... Like, oh yeah, no, we don't need an opal statue, it's fine, whatever, don't even worry about it, and... Really, what happened? I wonder what these things are weak to. It's not fire. Really hope it's not wind. Or it's possible these things are just straight up immune to anything we can throw at them. Nope, it's wind. Alright, these things are not worth the time and effort it takes to put them down. Don't even bother. Jeez. Not the power ring. Oh, I should have had the power ring equipped, huh? Forgot I had that. Probably be better just to keep them away from you with the warrior ring. That is far too much juice for what it takes. Neat. Okay. So we've got the tornado bracelet equipped. I think you actually need the power ring to hurt the final boss. Every guide I've been reading is just like, oh yeah, use the power ring. Someone said you actually need it to hurt the final boss. I don't think that's true, but like for some reason that one doesn't stick with me. Like as something that would actually be a requirement to hurt it. Because it's so out of the way. Like even for an NES game. Hey Dragon, you want to try again? And you have to use the Bow of Truth on this one, or else you're just gonna be fighting nothing. You won't be able to kill him. So let's see what this oh! He's spooky. This is what I was talking about, like, the NES can barely handle what's going on. So you see that little, like, lump, like, almost like a four-leaf clover in his center? That's his weak point, and you have to wait until it's exposed until you can hit it. I wish you would expose it. Expose yourself, friend. Ah, wasn't enough. We got pretty, close there. I think I'm gonna put an opal statue on, actually, just in case we don't make it. Though one more good cast of the level 3 Thunder Magic should be more than enough. He's not a difficult boss. If I can get it in time. Oh wow, it wasn't enough. Wow, I didn't think that was a thing that was gonna happen. No, it's okay, keep doing that, kill some time. Or don't. Yeah, this is the longest run, I think. I think I should have been throwing more out, like having more like charged and ready to go. But now you actually get to see what he's packing. Uh-oh, I don't have enough magic. I blew it, kids. Ah, I was hoping maybe that would have been enough. Like one more Thundercast. Yeah, I think this is actually the hardest time I've had with it. I don't even think it took me this long the first time I fought him. But, oh well. Just means there's more to see. I had the opal statue equipped. There we go. -1 Emperor Dragon. Sweet. You want to tell me what's going on, Azteca? Oh, jeez. So this is our fault. Ah, sweet, fully healed. Bye, wise guys. Do I get the chance to talk to them? Nope. We are now permanently locked out of being able to go anywhere that we once were. Actually, I wonder if that's true. Yep, we can't use teleport. We've left the bottom world behind. It's a funny way to put that. So now we're in the tower. The floating tower in the sky. Look at it, we can spit off the edge. Ah, robots! What's all this about? I didn't realize we were playing a science fiction game. Except we definitely knew we were playing a science fiction game. You remember the intro. We had to have known. Uh-oh. So this last part is... I don't want to say a boss gauntlet, because it's really not. You're just fighting a bunch of robots. There's gonna be like 3 floors of the tower where it's going to be the exact same scenario. You fight a bunch of robots. They're almost all gone. I think we have to take out that one up top, too. Which can only be hurt when its eye is open. Oh no, we didn't have to do that. Okay, cool. Because when you take out all the regular robots in the bottom, these heftier boys come on out. Actually, now they're all on the same screen. Hit him with the thunder! These guys can hit hard, so watch out. And they take a beating and a half, too. I think there's one more we missed. There we are. Yeah. Get away from me, flying boy. Really, the flying guys are the hardest enemies in the game, aren't they? Just getting in the way of everything. Ooh, I don't want to die here. Neat. And now that we've heard that, we can go up to the second tier of the tower. But first, I need to heal. Handling that one like a stoop. That's part of why I wanted the magic rings, was just so I could handle these guys pretty reliably easy. Neat. Get away from me. Oh. Both part of a team. Huh. Huh, we Xenoblade too. Neat. We're finally getting the backstory on me and Messia, though I kind of don't really care about Messia's backstory because we never really got to interact with her. I know we're supposed to care about her since she's the gal we've been chasing the entire game, but it's hard to really emotionally care for someone that you're told you're supposed to care about, but then never really get a chance to care about them. Because at that point, they're just a living goal, not so much a character or person. It's like a trophy or an item. Alright, let's get the power ring on. See if we can't one-shot these fools. Neat! Of course, there goes most of my MP. But that's why we have so many magic rings. Let's try it again. Haha, boom. Don't really know why we're allowed to put so much thunder on this castle, but, you know, whatever. Oh, there's two of them. Get slightly off screen. And then rain the power of Thor on them. Neat. I guess now is as good a time as any to talk about how I feel about the game, given that there's really not much of a credit sequence. It kind of just ends. Which is a shame, because I would love to know more about the people who worked on this. I love this game. Android, huh? So we didn't get to see his, like, metal parts, we just had to take it for granted that he was human. Well, guess that didn't pan out. To decide the fate of all of humanity. I mean, for the most part, they seemed good. People were generally kind in this world, it was just Emperor Dragon, right? I think humanity should be fine. Even if they do end up making the same mistakes that they did before. Get a couple good years out of it. That's worth something, right? But I'd say this is probably maybe my second favorite NES game. I still really love Dragon Quest IV. Like, that one's just so much fun to me. But this game, like, as far as, like, action games on the NES go, bar none, this one is my favorite. And I'm very happy I got to play it on the Switch Virtual Console. Thank you very much to Nintendo and SNK for letting me do so. Oh, no more info? Well, that's sad. Anything else around here? Nope, that was the last of the robots, which means the last of the challenge of the game, so let's cap ourselves up and get ready for the end. The end we've worked so hard to achieve. Guess guess not that one. But this one... Messiah. Right here, right now? I mean, whew. Oh, you mean these swords. And now we have Crystalis, the ultimate sword in the game, that we don't really get to enjoy. Dinah. Yeah, all of our swords are gone, our attack is now 48. This thing, you never get to use it anywhere, but take my word for it, it's twice as powerful as the Sword of Thunder. Did we just not get the opportunity to go in there? That's sad. Yeah, nothing to charge. Warrior Ring doesn't throw it out anywhere, so just throw the power on and enjoy the ultimate power the world can provide. Up to the very top of heaven. Well, we put an end to the evil of this world, so let's hope people can do it again. For final boss time! You're completely invincible if you stand right here. There's nothing the boss can do to you. Yeah, that's the final boss. It's... At this point, you're as powerful as a god. Don't even worry about it. Neat. Shame I didn't get to enjoy that power for very long, but... Whoa. So are we just screwed, Messiah? 100 years in stasis and we just get to die together now? We are a relic of the old world. Maybe we should just go away and let the people try to fend for themselves now. And such is the end of Crystalis. Will it? I suppose it will. There was never a sequel to this game, so... Oh, there's a stat. It's a very short credit sequence. We get to see some of the cool things we got to do. But yeah, there was never a sequel or anything to this game, or even a spiritual successor, so yeah, we can just assume that the world remained peaceful forever. The legend of Null and Messiah serve as a reminder to all that bad, bad, good, good. And truly, isn't that all man can hope for? Aw, rabbits. Don't know who those people are. Couldn't possibly be Null and Messiah. So we were scientists. Were we playing as if like a 30-year-old the whole time, or were we like fresh out of college? Because we didn't look like too old, but we could have passed for 30. Or a really sexy 40-year-old. Who knows? Not like it matters. And we lived. And with that, the threat of the tower is no more. The end day and all of its nasty effects are completely gone, and now we can live in the world of peace that emerged after nuclear war. And with that, that is the end of Crystalis. And in true NES fashion, pressing any button does nothing. You just have to restart your emulator, or your NES, and wherever you saved last is where you get to pick back up if you want to play. Which for me, I think was like in, I think the last time I actually saved was... I can't even check it because I just dropped a save during the Emperor Dragon fight. And you can't... Well... It was a while ago, point being. I would have really screwed myself over, but, you know, save states, so... With that, that is the end of another LP. Very short, very lighthearted, something just for me to do when I'm bored at night during the middle of the big funny disease. So, I hope you enjoyed Crystalis. I hope I inspired you to pick it up. It's free on your Switch if you have Nintendo Switch Online, so I'd highly recommend you all to give it a shot. My name is Comic Fire. Hope you enjoyed, and see you next Let's Play.